How the U.S. and North Korea could stumble into World War III. U.S. military planners are increasingly concerned that tensions on the Korean peninsula could unintentionally trigger a wider war as Trump and Kim Jong-un hurl unusually personal attacks online. U.S. military officials increasingly worry that a mistake or miscommunication, even more than an intentional act of war, could start a nuclear conflict in Korea. The North Korean provocation, the U.S. warning shot, malicious hackers or a simple accident could be the cause that starts a new war between two nations with a long history of tensions and suspicion. Miscalculation is now at a stage that is higher than probably any time since the Cuban Missile Crisis, former Obama administration Energy Secretary Ernest Moniz said days after President Donald Trump boasted on Twitter that his nuclear button is a much bigger and more powerful one than Kim Jong-un's. These are some of the potential scenarios that most worry former nuclear commanders, policymakers and experts on Korea. The pure accident. A common fear of escalation is rooted in the oft-violent history of the Korean standoff, which dates back to the 1953 armistice that halted the 3 years of fighting in the Korean conflict. The two sides have come to blows more awfully close countless times in the decades since then, often by pure accident, in the words of Michael Mazur, who served as special assistant to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 2008 to 2010 and is a specialist on the Asia-Pacific. In one prominent case, the U.S. Army helicopters strayed across the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea and was shot down in 1994, killing one crew member. In other cases, the close proximity of opposing militaries, positioned just across the demilitarized zone, have come dangerously close to military confrontation by accident. For example, in 2003 four North Korean fighter jets buzzed an unarmed American spy plane over the Sea of Japan, coming within 50 feet of the U.S. aircraft. In 2015, two South Korean soldiers stumbled on landmines planted near the DMZ by the North and both sides separately exchanged mortar and artillery fire. North and South Korean forces also exchanged gunfire just last month when a North Korean soldier defected to the South. Given the current tensions on the peninsula, any type of mishap or misstep could escalate quickly, numerous experts say. Mazur said one such scenario could be a North Korean missile test gone awry. North Korea launches a missile that they presume to be a test. It malfunctions and starts going toward Japan in a way that is perceived as a possible attack. So the U.S. takes out the launch pad and then it just escalates from there, he said. Kelsey Davenport, the director for non-proliferation policy at the Arms Control Association, a Washington think tank, also raised the prospect that North Korea could misinterpret a flyover by a U.S. bomber, a practice the Pentagon uses from time to time to simply show resolve, as a preemptive attack.